Hello friends, welcome to a lecture on curriculum development and its process. The main objectives of our today's deliberation are to know the concept of curriculum. We will try to understand the process of curriculum development. We will also familiarize ourselves about the models of curriculum development. And finally, we will try to understand the components of an effective curriculum development process. Let me first of all trace the origin of the word curriculum. The word curriculum stems from the Latin verb currere, which means to run. The Latin noun curriculum refers to both a course and a vehicle. In the context of education, the most obvious interpretation of the word is to view it as a course for learning. The very short definition of curriculum as a plan for learning used by an American, Hilda Tauber, in 1962, therefore seems quite adequate. It is reflected by related terms in many languages, including the classical Dutch term Lehrplan, the German Lehrplan, and the Swedish Läroplan. In line with Tauber, we propose to define the term curriculum as a plan for learning. This simple definition does not easily or unnecessarily narrow the perspective, but permits all sorts of elaboration for specific circular levels, contexts, and representations. Such specifications will prove quite helpful to interpret, understand, and communicate about curriculum issues. Dear students, now let us have a brief introduction about the curriculum. In the past, the term curriculum signified a course of studies followed by a pupil in teaching institution. In the English speaking tradition, it was used as equivalent to the French concept programme d'études. Today, it means in general terms the contract between society, the state, and the educational professionals with regard to the educational activities that learners should undergo during a certain phase of their lives to learn something desirable. Now let us pay our attention towards various definitions of curriculum. Standard Dictionary defines curriculum as a course of study offered by an academic institution. According to Ronald Dahl, curriculum is the formal and informal content and process by which learners gain knowledge and understanding, develop skills, and alter attitudes, appreciations, and values under the auspices of an academic institution. In other words, curriculum can be defined as total experience. From this viewpoint, curriculum is not only the content selected and delivered, but also the planned and unplanned activities in which individuals participate as students. In educational literature, the word curriculum has been defined in the following ways. Number 1, curriculum is such permanent subjects as grammar, reading, logic, rhetoric, mathematics, and the greatest books of the Western world that embody essential knowledge. Next, curriculum is those subjects that are most useful for living in contemporary society. Next, curriculum is all planned learning for which the institution is responsible. Next, curriculum is all the experiences learners have under the guidance of the institution. Next, curriculum is a totality of learning experiences provided to students so that they can attain general skills and knowledge at a variety of learning sites. And finally, curriculum is structured series of intended learning outcomes. Well, dear students, let us trace the difference between curriculum and syllabus. The other terms that are commonly used as synonymous to curriculum are syllabus and course. but curriculum can refer to any level of an educational experience, from that of a particular area within a course, to the course itself, to a broader program of study that comprises a number of different courses around a particular content area. Curriculum is often used to refer to a focus of study consisting of various courses, all designed to reach a particular proficiency or qualification. Syllabus refers to the content or subject matter, instructional strategy, and evaluation means of an individual course. The collective syllabus of a program of study represents a map of the curriculum for that program. A curriculum is developed through planning for a large program of study and then building syllabi for course to manifest the curriculum design and plan. However, even developing a syllabus for a specific course can be thought of as a form of curriculum development. Now, let us see what is curriculum development. Curriculum development is focused on the improvement and innovation of education. During this process, which may take many years, especially where generic curriculum development is concerned, which extends beyond a specific local context, desires and ideals are incorporated in a cyclic process of design, implementation and evaluation to achieve concrete results in practice. Literature contains a variety of models for curriculum development. In these models, 5 core activities are distinguished. Number 1, design. Number 2, implementation. Number 3, evaluation. Number 4, analysis, and last, development. Now, let us see some core activities in curriculum development. In a cyclic process, analysis, design, development, implementation and evaluation take place interactively. Curriculum development often starts with an analysis of the existing settings and the formulation of intentions for the proposed change or innovation. Important activities in this phase include a problem analysis, a context analysis, a need analysis, and an analysis of the knowledge base. Based on these activities, first design guidelines are drawn up, the design requirements are carefully developed, tested and refined into a relevant and usable product. Evaluation plays an important role in this process, as can be seen from its central position in the model. Evaluation activities cast light on the user's wishes and possibilities in their practical context and reveal the best way to attune the product of practical settings. When the product has sufficient relevance, consistency and practical usability, the impact of the product can be investigated, whereas the primary emphasis lies on generating suggestions for product improvement. During later phases, this emphasis is shifted towards the evaluation of effectiveness. Now, let us discuss about models of curriculum development. The most influential model in the field of curriculum development is Tyler's model. It is sometimes known as the Tyler's rationale or the objectives model. The model provides a framework of how to construct a planned curriculum. The rationale for the model is based on 4 questions which are posed in Tyler's well-known book, Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instruction. These questions provide a 4-step approach which is logical, sequential and systematic. The questions are: number 1, what educational purposes should the institution seek to attain? Number 2, what educational experience can be provided that are likely to attain these purposes? Number 3, how can these educational experiences be effectively organized? And finally, how can we determine whether these purposes are being attained? Dear students, Let us discuss now the curriculum development process. The development of an effective curriculum guide is a multi-step, ongoing and cyclic process. The process progresses from evaluating the existing program to designing an improved program to implementing a new program and back to evaluating the revised program. Important components of an effective curriculum development process are: number 1, planning. Planning consists of convening a curriculum development committee, identifying key issues and trends in the specific content area, and assessing needs and issues. The second component for effective curriculum development is articulating and developing. This part consists of articulating a K-12 program philosophy, defining K-12 program, grade level and course goals, developing and sequencing of grade level and course objectives, identifying resource materials to assist with program implementation, developing and identifying assessment items and instruments to measure students' progress. The third component, which is essential for effective curriculum development, is implementing part. Implementing part covers putting the new program into practice, and the final part that is meant for effective curriculum development is evaluating part. Evaluating part consisting of updating the program and determining the success of the program. Now, let us understand the evaluation in curriculum development. A design research perspective offers a rich possibility to reinforce the quality of curriculum development. From this perspective, curriculum evaluation is focused on the 4 quality criteria of relevance, consistency, practicality, and effectiveness, with some shifts in emphasis during the curriculum development process. This becomes apparent in different ways, as through analysis activities early in the process to provide a solid ground for subsequent design decisions, through frequent formative evaluation during the process aimed at determining the quality of intermediary products and the generation of improvement proposals. Summative evaluation at the conclusion of a process is aimed at the assessing of the effectiveness of the final product and contributing to the knowledge development. The 2 main ways of evaluating curriculum are: number 1, formative evaluation. The main aim of formative evaluation is to improve the quality of curricular products. The planning of a formative evaluation starts with formulating a clear evaluation question. As the development process progresses, attention is shifted from questions concerning the relevance and consistency of the intermediate products to questions concerning its practicality and finally its effectiveness. This changing focus has implications for the selection of evaluation methods. Here we distinguish 5 evaluation methods. Those are: number 1, screening. Members of the design research team check the design with some checklists on important characteristics of components of the prototypical intervention. Number 2, expert appraisal. A group of experts, for instance subject matter experts, instructional design experts, teachers, review the materials, reacts on a prototype of an intervention, usually on the basis of guideline with central question of the design research team. Usually this is done by intervening the respondents. Number 3, walkthrough. The design researcher and one or a few representatives of the target group together go through the setup of the intervention. Usually this is carried out in a face-to-face setting. Fourth one, micro-evaluation. A small group of target users, for example learners or teachers, uses parts of the intervention outside its normal user setting. Here the main activities of the evaluator are observing and interviewing the respondents. And the fifth one is tryout. A limited number of the user group, for example teachers and learners, uses these materials in the day-to-day user setting. If the evaluation focuses on practicality of the intervention, the evaluation activities which are common are observation, interviewing, requesting, logbooks, administering, questionnaires, etc. If the evaluation has its focal point on the effectiveness of the intervention, evaluator may decide to request learning reports and give a test. Number 2, summative evaluation. Whereas formative evaluation focuses on locating shortcomings in products and generating revisions and decisions, summative evaluation is aimed at determining the impact and effectiveness of the product. The focus is on the extent to which implementation of the product leads to the desired outcomes. The desired results are related to the intended objectives of intervention. For example, the objective might be to give publisher a curricular framework to guide them during their development of methods. In order to meet with core objectives, another objective may be to improve teachers' pedagogical content knowledge in view of implementation of a new curriculum. In schools, summative evaluation primarily focuses on pupils' learning results. And finally, let us try to pay our attention towards the sustainable curriculum improvement. After all, the ultimate goal of curriculum development is to improve educational practice. Curriculum development is a comprehensive and often lengthy, cyclic process of analysis, design, evaluation and implementation. Anticipation of future possibly large-scale implementation should be kept in mind during the entire development process. During the curriculum development process, the emphasis on implementation reveals itself in various ways. These are: number 1, at the start of the process, analysis of the lesson from the past and of current use in practice may contribute to the insight in most favorable way to initiate the intended changes. Number 2, intensive deliberation with the target group and other stakeholders is important in order to validate the innovation and to ensure broad public support for its implementation. Number 3, formative evaluation of the preliminary design provide concrete insight in how to improve the practicality of the curriculum. Number 4, assessment in an increasingly wide circle of schools will clarify the conditions, particularly at teachers and school level, that are preferable or prerequisite for successful implementation. Number 5, towards the end of the development process, it is desirable that curriculum developers formulate recommendations for the professional support of teachers as well as the team leaders within the school in order to facilitate successful implementation. Number 6, curriculum developers could also conduct support activities themselves or contribute to the professional development of educational supervisors of institutions that can organize these activities in various local settings. And finally, supporting teacher development often proves to be the key to the success of curriculum innovation. In short, curriculum implementation is not possible without the professional learning and development of teachers. Moreover, the development of the school organization and culture is also essential to ensure sustainable curriculum changes within the school. Collaboration among all sections and levels in and around the school is an important precondition for sustainable educational development. That is all about today's lecture. Hope you have enjoyed and understood. Thank you and goodbye.